Hey, what's up, guys? So let's start the stream. Okay, we're preparing for the role of React engineer. It might be mid senior, senior, junior. Who knows how the interview goes? It that will determine my fate. So, or anyone's fate who is giving the interview. So, believing in God and believing in Almighty that we have that's watching us, everyone. Let's start this. Let's start today's session with a small talk about screen sharing and why we need to share our screen in today's world. The way I'm sharing my screen is like this. So, thinking in React, the exercise, I think we already have been familiar with it in yesterday's stream, but this thing is disturbing me. Let me just pause or decrease my volume because it's really annoying, listening to music while talking. So I think I have to stop it altogether. And we have Chat GPT today, so we will be taking its help also. And I hope you guys are listening me properly. Let me check if you guys can listen me or not in a different browser. Let me go to Odds 45 videos, and in live we have upcoming live here. November 29. What? Waiting for odds 45. What's happening here? Stream is already like we are already okay. We are live here. I think we are fine. So give me a second. I will check my mic and all those things settings in StreamYard. External microphone is the one that it's using, and I guess I have to use it in. Okay, I'm hanging it now, but I'm not sure how to maximize its efficiency, but I guess this will work for now, or maybe it won't work, so I think we have to keep it here. Okay, now today's challenge is a bit different. So today's challenge is somehow we have managed to create a certain app in React. It's product source app. We have used our own our own knowledge, and without following the knowledge of tutorial, we have somehow managed to bring a certain app to its life. And the app that I'm trying to show you here is this one. So somehow we have used lots of things that we know, and we have created lots of components. It's a Flagger component, right? TypeScript is really bad at the moment because type checking needs to be done if it's a TypeScript based project. But okay, so we will be doing that in this stream or later on. We don't know about that, but thing is that we have bunch of components. Those components are being used in our React app.tsx file, and basically we are using also a context API to share context of source query in between the components. So kind of it's a fun, simple, basic beginner kind of project. We haven't used any fancy third party APIs here, just simple APIs given by React. So but the thing is that it's working, right? Let me show you guys. Okay, 5173. It seems to work like it's fine. Like CSS is not a emergency at the moment, but the what do we say? It's not optimal, right? The components are being rendered haphazardly. For example, if I type something here, it will give me the result accordingly. For example, if I uncheck this here, then it will give me some more result. But these calls are being made in overall table components, so we have to think about it. For example, if I type p, then p's will come. Everything is working, it's functional, right? So System is fine. The way I designed this app is like we have data in vegetables.json, right? So it's it's something that we typed. Let's given by ChatGPT. And give me a second. Okay, okay. And we have a function called parser. It just filters. Not it should not be named as parser, but I don't know why that keyword came in my mind. So it just filters vegetables and fruits. That's it. And food items. It returns food items, and in food item we have fruits and vegetables in an object. That's all what it does. And we have a custom hook called use query. For example, whenever you are typing something uh, in your source box, this is called a query, and this hook is um, instantiated and a hook is called, and basically that hook is just a wrapper around the context API, which is using use context hook from React. And that hook, what it does is it just has a query and set query function. And I mean, but shouldn't we have query and set query in use state? Obviously, so that's where the provider comes in, and provider has used state for this. Query and set query are nothing more than state, so we are just wrapping things around, wrapping everything, so that context can be used multiple components. So that's what we are doing here. And for our demo, what we are for our this session, what we want to do here is we want to make sure that this is really optimal, and none of the unnecessary components are being rendered while loading or while typing the query, or while selecting this flag. All these things we are checking. So first step is that let's not focus on styles, but because that's the easiest part of the job here. So styling, ChatGPT give me this style, it will give you that style. So we are not focusing on style, but what we are focusing here is making this code better. And one only four components we have here. Let's go with app.tsx. Some Everything looks neat, right? So there is a provider, there are bunch of child components, passing it as props. Overall table is passing each sect and food items as props, whereas unit table is also passing each sect and table items as props, and these props are being used here by use effect. So all these things seems to be fine, but I don't know, I'm a bit feeling something is missing here. So um, let me just uh, see where we can optimize some things here. So uh, functionally it's looking fine, right? So but yeah, vegetables and fruits and vegetables, this object is being called twice on initial load. So why is it being called? Let's just check that for now. Okay, we are loading this, then our parser food items is being called, and food items overall table is there. So console log food items, we are calling food items just once, but unit table is being called also, it's being called once, right? So but food item is overall table is being called twice. This means, right, it has been called twice. Why is it being rendered twice? That's my issue. Also go to flagger, nothing is there. Console is only in overall table. Okay, something is missing here. I think we need to use let me ask ChatGPT, okay? But I don't know. Each checked is being called twice. That's why I think that's my guess. That's why this overall table is. Why don't we wrap this is checked on huge callback or something like that, because it's being rendered twice. I think that's my uh, guess. And if we want to validate this with ChatGPT, we can ask it like, my console is being called twice. I this means by component is being rendered twice. How to optimize it? My guess is that it will recommend me to use callback or I think use memo, but I forgot. Yesterday we learned that use memo is used only to call a given expensive function when a given second parameter or let's say something dependency is changed. So in this case, no, but in this case we will be using use callback. I guess that's my wild guess and guess. So we might be using use callback for is sect. Is that right? I don't know. Or set is sect for that. Might be. Or there is a flag or so toggle checkbox. I don't know. Let's just ask it, okay? And let's just ask it on our previous session. I think it will make more sense here, okay? It has happened such a strict mode in development. Band. Am I using strict mode? I don't think so. I am not using strict mode. Oh, I'm using strict mode. Okay then. Uh, Parent component updates. The parent component overall level may be rendering. 300 cross color. State updates are side effect. This in state props or context will also be taken necessarily render how to optimize pricing. The 300 rows delay on this behavior. So mails if you are not sure about design report. Okay. Let's just try to remove this strict mode and let's try it again. Like why not, right? I What is this? Main. Okay. We have removed strict mode and Viola is just rendering one. So it's because of strict mode. It's not a big deal, guys. So and it's just it's just a development issue in production. Strict mode won't work. I mean, yeah, affect production builds. If you're serial code, yeah, I think one number is memorize the overall table component. I was thinking about same like should I memorize it, but what will happen if I memorize it? You can use React or memo to prevent overall from reloading unless it's props change. Is checked. Okay, so overall table is checked or four items are changed only then overall table will re-render. We can do that. Wraps the component and only allows you to render the props change if props are value react skips the re-render. Okay, I mean that's fine. We can do that, but issue is that let's not do that for now because our two multiple render has been stopped because of strict mode, and we might not need that. So let's check some more few things. Okay. Okay, because of strict mode, right? So it's okay. Sometimes I might toggle this, so also rendering twice because of strict mode. It's okay, not a big deal. Sometimes I might type here QW, nothing render APP. It's because of context, API. These renders are not being done because we are just calling data. That's why just pinpointing to the data layers. So our renders are not being taken place. So that's really fine, and that's what we really want here. And I mean, yeah, I think it's okay. So what we can do now is still I'm in doubt that my code is not up to optimal standard and my states are not being properly uh, you know checked here. So what I can do is it's a really dirty method. I'm just asking the lots of AI that this is my app, is this optimal? Okay, this is my app, some more components. Let's just pass some more components here and let's just ask it you know overall table maybe and source box. Okay, and finally this unit table also. Okay, and this is my app. Does it look like an industry uh, or to you. This is actually okay, and what's the answer? I'm just curious. What a lot of it, you know, AI has to offer. So observation, what else are functional? Few prevention and industry standard practices. Observe the components are flagger and source of utilized in the state or context. So there are not clearly defined implement, clear dedicated folder structure for component context and utilities. Okay, I got it. Yeah, that's yeah, that's totally good. Tables, unit table, overall table, flag or something. I mean, I can skip this part because uh, I mean our project is really small to follow these concerns. So based on dedicated folder is okay for now. I'm just looking at the core React concept. So component optimization, yeah, they are using React.memo. Okay, yeah, like we really not necessarily because object.int and props like table are not memoized. Okay, like table items are not memoized, right? So use React memo for memoization and optimize unit table and overall table. Okay, that's totally nice. We can do that, right? I mean, overall table needs to be uh, React dot memo and what's the syntax of React dot memo? Let's just React memorize component memo article prop some component skipping re-render memo function. I guess that's what it is. That's what it is, right? React.memo and where is React? Let's call React from React, right? Okay, React.memo. We are memoizing overall table because it will. Let us check, if that's really true or what it is. Yeah, strict mode really renders twice. So React memo for memoization and optimize unit table and overall. I mean TypeScript uses unit table props also needs to be there. Flag or props. We can skip TypeScript for now because these are obvious things, right? So or yeah, context and query management. That's what we are looking here. So how context really required here, or is all those things. So use query works fine, but can be enhanced with better error handling and separation of context logic. Include default values for context to avoid runtime errors. Throw clear errors if the context is outside the provider. Okay, I got it. I think. Okay, I mean I already have that error handling. Maybe we can check that again. Use query. No, we don't. If we don't have context, for example, in use query, yeah, we already have that. But what's zero that it's referring to, and undefined, and all these things are already there. Is it referring to this type in inference? Include default values for context to avoid runtime error. Okay, and what's that default value? Can we see what's the default value? I think it's undefined here, but okay, let's just move on. Performance optimization. Still, there are a lot of use cases for use memo and only change call these table items dot filter when query or table items are. I mean that's what I was thinking also. Performance optimization. Logic is unit table is recomputed on every render due to use effect and lack of memoization. Yeah, that's what memoization is there for unit table dot filter. We will require use memo use memo will be used, I guess, here. Use memo function factory dependency list. Okay, so this is the factory function, right? Something around here, and this is the dependency function. But the factory function is uh, 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 this is the factory function, I guess, right? So this will be the factory function use memo, and this will be the query and table items. Table items is our dependency list inside of use effect Use memo. Instead of function elements are unknown. Okay, my bad. Let's just check. You know, let's just check memo documentation in the hour of the night when I'm thinking about you. Cast value, calculate value, dependencies. Use memo. The fuck is this? I mean, got it right? Got that thing here. Use memo. Got it. I got it, brother. Use memo. Filter to do's. Every time the filter to do's is coming here, okay? I got it, brother. Use memo. Got it. Factory. Got it, brother. No, 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 no. Maybe yes. I don't know. I fucking don't. Call back. What? Oh, fuck. Really? So, we are not using use effect now. This means. Oh, shit. Not a good thing. Table items, filter items. I mean, huh? Okay. Let's remove this unnecessary code. Use memo. I mean, got it, brother. Map. And I mean, there should be. I do it, but okay. Use memo. This. This is in my shit. Ah! Whee! Dependencies, and this is what we call. I mean, some things are messed up, some things are not messed up, right? This query tool needs to be handled. Okay, this needs to be handled here. This is the query tool, rather. I think it's fine now. Yeah, yeah. We did it. Format document with prettier. Okay, now we can check, brother. Okay. Oh shit. What? What? Let's just copy this one. Okay. Table items. I mean, we used it at USBIC. We don't need that now. But filter items is something. Table items is something that we use also. And these are okay. I think it's fine now. But okay, I got it. But what was a mistake? Like I used memo, master factory function. You know, any dependencies in a dependency array list did that. Factory function returns table and filters it. And I mean, it works as use effect, but only when query or table items are being changed, it will call this filter. That's what we wanted in the first place. And let's just remove it. There are lots of issues in our code right now, but ah, I mean, okay, okay. Okay, okay. Oh, okay, we got it, brother. We got it. We got it. Use a memo for the rescue. And let's just, get ChatGPT's suggestion for few more times, right? So, okay. Accessibility and user experience. Is that even a thing? I mean, what's accessibility? Why do we need it? User experience, like, why? Why do we care? So, levels of Flagger and Sourcebox lack proper accessibility attributes improvement. Add HTML for attributes and levels and area level for better accessibility. I'm so doubtful about this, right? So let's just check first. Uh, why do we even care about it? Let's just source it that way. What is HTML attribute in level? And the for attribute is used in level is required as to the ID of the element. This level is associated with. Now, when the user clicks with the mouse or username text, the browser will automatically put the function corresponding input field. Works with other input elements such as text box and select. But from specification, as far as your question is tagged with jQuery, why did you see it being used in jQuery? I get an answer. To associate the label with an input. I got it, like accessibility. And I have been learning React now. I was wondering why certain JSA attributes can say the same name and recognize similarity. For example, we have this. Instead of foreign, class name is not class. Is there technical evolution why this has to be different? I don't care why that needs to be different, but what I just care about is, ChatGPT's suggestion for me to improve my code and using that suggestion in our code and pushing it to GitHub and so that our friends can also learn few new things and have best interview preparation for them. So that's what matters at the end of the day. So are we using this accessibility feature in our code or not? That is the question. I am somehow we can use it. I think let's just delete it, and I think we just can use it. It's on, where is it? Is it on unit table? Is it was somewhere around in Flagger when we have that input checkbox and Flagger checkbox. uh I mean, I have that level, yeah, and HTML for Flagger checkbox or what, I don't know. HTML for Flagger checkbox, but and the area level for better accessibility. So this is called area level, right? And this is for HTML for attribute for accessibility, and maybe we can do something like checkbox level checkbox flag anything, man. Flagger checkbox. Okay, okay. Code is not being changed. It's working smooth as passion fruit. Like, if I type passion, then it will come. If I type two, it won't come. So that's fine. That's what we wanted, right? So let's say looking at ChatGPT's suggestion for us. So we're not using Flagger props right now, but we will be using it in works and code for sure. Code readability must be there. For example, render unit table can be separated. Inline logic like object integer and conditional rendering raises readability. Improve extract repeated logic into helper function. Okay, you mean this one? I think it's fine for now. Yeah, so render unit tables. It is fine for now. Let's not jump directly into that. Industry standard checklists, separation of concern, state management, reusability, performance, memorize compute values and components. We did that. TypeScript coverage is done there. Accessibility, area level, and HTML for levels has already been updated. Readability. Okay, final thoughts. Okay, I think for now. Okay, so also
if we follow ChatGPT's answer, then our code seems to be working fine, and we can what we can do is find as butter paneer. Okay, fine as butter paneer. Butter paneer is not that fine. I don't like butter paneer, but also paneer came in my mind and I just typed it. So I think we have pushed it. So for our further challenges, what we are going to do here is we are over engineering this React application now. We are adding all sort of libraries, all sort of things that we have, all sort of storybook, Zord, what's the fancy buzzwords out there, all those things. And we will be making it so much complex that, we will be also adding Tailwind CSS. We will be complexifying this application. And later on, we will be, also adding database in our application, so that JSON will be coming from MySQL and we will be having ORM in between MySQL and React code and all those things. So goal is to over engineer it, and also we will be deploying it in Kubernetes cluster. Although we won't be doing that, but let's just see how things goes, right? So that's the uh, bucket for us. So and yeah, it's fun. But yeah, yeah. Well, let's not. Why not check the given code by our documentation? Like the code is already there. So did we follow that or not? Let's just read it and how the gods of React. Actually, ChatGPT is already the god of React, but documentation is lords of React. So we will be following now a suggestion from lords of React, but we already got suggestion from gods of React. So I think we are fine here since we follow God in a day-to-day life, and I believe in God. I have written it here also. Since I'm a God believer, we have already asked our God ChatGPT about it. But yeah, now let's ask the lords of React, which are the documentation has been written by, maybe there should be some name here also, but it's okay. Or we can check who wrote this documentation site, and those really are the lords of React. So lords of React are Paulo Sanise, Dan Abramov, Sebastian Markberg, Andrew Clark. Let's see what Lords of React has has to say about the app that we just made here with you guys. We made it, right. So okay, let's go. Thinking in React. React can change how you think about designs you look at and the apps you build. When you build a user interface with React, you will first break it apart into pieces called component, obviously. Overall table, unit table, sorts box, and the thing I forgot, but there was another component too. So yeah, call components. Then you will describe the different visual states of each of your components, obviously. Finally, you will connect the components together so that the data flow through them. We just add component together, design is there, and to flow data we have states, props, context, whatever we want, right? So in this tutorial we will guide you through the thought process of building a searchable product data table with the start with the mockup. Imagine that you already have a JSON API and a mockup from a designer. Return some data that looks like this. We copied this data in our code also, and the mockup looks like this. That's the mockup. To implement the UI in React, you will using follow the simple 5 steps. Break the UI into component hierarchy. Start by drawing boxes around every component and sub-component in the mockup and naming them. Okay, depending on your background, you can think of splitting or designing component in different ways. Programming, you use same technique for deciding if you want to create a new function or object. CSS will class selector. Components are a bit less granular design. Okay. If your JSON is well structured, you will find that it naturally maps to the component structure of your UI. That's being UI and data models often have the same information architecture. 5 components on the screen. Product row, specific unit box, product category row. That's the category row where yeah, we just have it in the same unit table box. Overall table is the product table here, and we are calling these two in overall table. Like these two will be looped over in this table, parent table. And source bar will have all these two parts, and overall filterable product table is the final version, right? So that's the app.jsx of our app. Filterable table contains the entire app, source, all these things, product row, displays a row for each product. Okay. If you look at the product table, you will see that the table header, table price is in its own component. This is a matter of preference. You could go either way because it appears inside the product table. And identify the component into mockup, arrange them in hierarchy. Components that appear within the other component in the mockup should appear as a child in hierarchy. Filterable product table, source bar, product row, build a static version in React. Let me check, how my video is coming and how the sound is coming at the moment. Give me few second, guys. Okay. Seems to be working fine. So yeah, thank you guys for following around. And so we are just checking. Our application is following the pattern that has been discussed in documentation or not. And till now, it's working fine because the components there were similar 4 to 5 components in our app also. And maybe we can check that, right? Flagger. Okay, so Flagger and Sourcebox can be combined, but it just depends on how you take these things. And I think it's fine for now. Building a static version has been done, and just using the uh, data, that has been hard coded by us, and just making us uh, working layout, or let's say, or um, wireframe is the first step. Then after that we will be having uh, state in our design, or let's say the component, and minimal set of changing data that your app needs to remember. The most important principle for structuring state is to keep it dry, don't repeat yourself. Okay, original list of product, source text the user has entered, value of the checkbox filter. These are the things where our data flow will for example, the checkbox value will trigger something in the data flow, right? And, those things needs to be added in our second step. And also in app.tsx, if you see, then it has been originated from app, our overall container. So that also needs to be checked, like where will my data, or let's say my variable, or let's my state will stay. That's one of the crucial step, and I think they are just discussing about that thing. It's definitely isn't state. So does it remain unchanged over time? If so, it isn't state. Is it passed in from a parent via props? If so, it isn't state. Okay. So value. So out of these, which are states? So can you compute it based on existing state or props in a component? If so, it definitely isn't state. Okay. The original list of product is passed in and props, so it's not state. The source text seems to be state. Okay, yeah. So checkbox seems to be state, right? But can't compute from anything. Filtered list of product isn't listed, but can be computed by taking the original list. I think we're pretty much following the pattern here. So what it says is that what is state and what is not. So each checked will be changed by us in our final 5 1. Okay, if I have to run this again, and if I have to 5173, this checkbox is a state, right? Like it will trigger something in our code, or it will change in the same application. So this is state, and this query, this will bring something in our code. So this is state. So these two things are state. Other things are not state. So that's what it's talking about, right? And dep- identify where your state should live. Every component that renders something based on the state decide where the stored cell will live. Often you can put the state directly into the common parent. And you can also put the state in some component of their common parent. Since to own the state, create a new component solely for holding the state and edit somewhere in the hierarchy of the common parent component. Find their common parent, decide where the state lives. So it's a good practice is you know keep state in common parent when we have multiple components. So that's what it means, and we can start seeing how your application will behave. Filter text initial value from use state to use state field in the sandbox code below. You will see both the source input text and table update, and maybe they are keeping state in filter and table product table. So this is the common, this is the final code, and I think they are keeping these products, passing products, filter text, and in stock only. Also from this common parent to the given components, product category has a specific category, product has a product that is being passed there, and I think inverse data flow also. Currently, your app renders correctly with props and instead flowing down the hierarchy. But to change the state according to your user input, you will need to support data component deep in the hierarchy. Need to update the state in the okay. We have to go from we have to add reverse also. So React made the data flow explicit, but it requires more typing that two-way data mining. If you try to okay, use the value prop and how to do that, right? So on text change for that we are also passing set filter text and set in stock, like the setter of the use state will be also passed, and that will make the things happen there. Okay, so on filter text change, on in stock only change, those those setters will be called from there, right? And in this way we will be having a simple React application in our uh, project. And I think since we are using use context, they are just using it as in a really simple way. For example, on filter text and then on in stock on the change has been passed as a passed in props, but I think let's just stick with context that we are using in our app. So it's fine. Installation can be done using TypeScript React compiler. We already knew about it yesterday, and yesterday we were in, I think, passing props to component. We were in conditional rendering. Maybe we finish conditional rendering also. Conditional rendering often needs to display different things depending on different condition, and definitely we are over engineering our application. So just stay tuned, and we will be using all sort of React um, practices here. So just for the practice, it's not good approach production wise, but just for our practice we are doing that. Okay, so I just want to let you guys know that. And conditional rendering, we are we I think we already covered this topic because we are using logical and operator in our code also based upon our yesterday's research, and kind of reminded me of conditional rendering in this code. Where is the code? I'm just looking at the code here. Maybe it's in the bars, or maybe it's in the context. I forgot the code, but where is it? Where is that one? I think I forgot the code, but somewhere around. Yeah, I think it's here. Yeah, so we are using conditional rendering here, but also we can use or, you know, in between states and conditional rendering together, so that it can create magic in React. So, uh, we have covered conditional rendering, right? Uh, Now about rendering list, often want to display multiple similar components from collection of data. We need to have a key, and in this page you will filter and map with React to filter and transform your array of data into array of components. So can we add this feature also? Like, may we can, but uh, what should we do? Let's not do that for now. Let's just focus on theoretical part for now. Okay, so and filter array of items. This data can be structured even more. Most simple way to use filter, right? If people dot filter person dot profession is chemist, then return that chemist will be having only those people whose profession is chemist. Now map over chemist dot map list item, and you'll return the list item in UL. Okay, you can do that, but keeping list item in order with key. Yeah, because then we have to uniquely identify each member of the list and keytest which array item is common correspond to so that it can match them up later. Important if your array items can move, get inserted or get deleted. A well chosen key asks again for what exactly has happened and then for it to the DOM tree. Then increasingly and very soon. Okay, so we need keys in our list, or let's say to make we need to make them unique so that React can understand and make correct updates to the DOM tree. And that's why it's really important to use keys in your list, or let's say to repeating items in React. And where to get your keys? I mean, multiple ways. Also, the index can be one of your key, or UUID or random UUID. Rules of keys unique among sibling. Defeat their purpose. Don't generate them while rendering. Why does React need keys? Imagine your files and your desktop didn't have names. Instead, you will refer to them by their order. First file, second file, so on. Will get used to it, but once you delete a file, it will get confusing. The second file won't become the first file, will become a second file. File name in the folder and the JSX key is an array of similar purpose. Uniquely identify an item between each sibling. Well chosen key provides more information than the position within the array. Position change due to reordering key lets React identify the item throughout its life cycle. Got it. Recap how to move data out of component. There is an object. Okay, we are recapping it. Component list with separator. What's going on, man? What's going on? What's going on, maybe? What's going on? Keeping components pure. Some JavaScript functions are pure. Pure functions only perform a calculation and nothing more by strictly only writing a components are pure functions. You can avoid an entire class of baffling bugs and unpredictable behavior as your code base grows. To get this wave through, purity components has formulas. Computer science, the word functional program, pure function is a function which has following characteristic. It minds its own business. It does not change any object or variable that existed before it called. And consider the math formula y equals to 2x, y equals to 4. It will look like something like this in an example. Double is a pure function. With it will return 6 always. React is designed around the function. React assumes that every component right is a pure function. Always returns the same JSX given the same input. Got it. If I give drinkers, then it will always give me some sort of UI always. So that's why it's a pure uh, function. React component needs to be pure. One of the reason why, right? Okay, my mouse is not working now. What the fuck? My mouse is not working, guys. My laptop is getting older, and so we really need to buy a new one. That's why we are giving this, interview so that we can get money and buy a new laptop. Side effects, unintended consequences. React rendering process must always be pure. Components will only return their JSX and not change any objects or variable that existed before rendering. That will make them impure. Component that breaks this rule. Okay, changing a pre-existing variable. should never do that. That's like that is the worst thing that can even happen in React. Never do that, okay? That you should handle that. So that's what it is. This component is reading and writing a guess variable declared outside of it. This means calling this component multiple times will produce different JSX. That's what's more if other component read guess. So they will produce a different JSX too depending on when they are rendered. That's not predictable. Going back to our formula, you can see x equals to local mutation, your component's little secret. Okay. Okay. What's local mutation? In the above example, the problem was that the component changed a pre-existing variable while rendering. This is often called a mutation. To make it sound a bit scarier, pure function doesn't mutate variables outside of the function scope or objects that were called before the call. That makes them impure. However, it's completely fine to change variables and objects that you have just created while rendering. In this example, you have created an array. Assign it to a cost variable and then push a dozen cops into it. So I mean, you mean I can do that? Completely fine to change variable and object that we have just created while rendering in this. Okay, so oh, so inside a given scope I can do that, but not the variable that's outside. So that's illegal. If the variable that were created outside, this will be a huge problem. I will find when you create them during same render. Okay, that's called local mutation, man. Local mutations are fine in React, but yeah, states and props are immutable. That's for sure. And mutation in general is discouraged. So where you can call side effect? Relies heavily on purity. At some point, somewhere, something has to change. That's kind of point of programming that changes, updating the screen, staring at animation, changing the data, called side effects. Things that happen on the side, not during rendering. In React, side effect usually belong inside event handler. Event handler are function that React runs when you perform some action. For example, when you click a button, even though event handlers are defined inside your component, they don't run during rendering. So event handlers don't need to be pure. If you have exhausted all other options and can't find the right event handler for your side effect, you can still attach it to your return JSX with an use effect. All in your component, this will react to execute it later. The side effects are allowed, however, this approach will your last result will be a last result. Okay. I mean, I need to focus here. If you have exhausted all other options and can't find the right event handler for your side effect, you can still attach it to your return JSX with the use effect called in your component later. Again, focus. While functional programming relies heavily on purity, at some point, somewhere, something has to change. That's the kind of point of programming. This change is just updating the screen state, starting an animation, changing the data, are called side effect. Got it. There are things that happen on the side, not during rendering. I also got that. In React, side effects usually belong inside event handler. Event handler? Really? Yeah, obviously, like always, that's always the case. Like always, event handlers are something that handle events, side effects. Event handler function that React runs when you perform some action. For example, when you click a button, click handler. That's what side effect is. Even though even handlers are defined inside your component, they don't run during rendering, so even handler don't need to be pure. You have exhausted all other options and can find the right event handler for the side effect. You can still attach it to return JSX with a use effect call in your component. It will react to execute it later on after rendering when side effects are allowed. However, this approach will be a last resort. When possible, try to express your logic with the rendering alone. Okay. Okay. Okay, rendering can happen at any time. You don't use the rendering sequence. You must not mutate any of the input that your component use for rendering. Okay. When logic in the JSX will be done. When you need to change things, you will usually want to do it in even handler. Got it. Writing pure function takes a bit of practice, but it knows far we paradigm. Fix a broken profile. I mean, can should we do these challenges? Fix a broken story tray. We can do that. Yeah, but I don't think it's CSS related, right? Uh, this component tries to share their own CSS must mind during the time. I don't know. Can fix this component? Can verify whether it's also. I'm just. I can't do that, man. I'm sorry. I. But let me try to check to local time string time. Here's a provision all saved. Last name. Okay. Hour time. First name. Question night time. Okay. Hours. Get hour. Time. Setting last name. Okay. Time. Jola gang man. Chi, chi, chi. Jola gang man. Day. Hey, 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 it's one. Class only your class name. I don't know. Class the runtime user. Night. 9090. 9090. Time off. Time off. Time off. Cancel. Cancel, cancel, cancel. Time off, time off. Cancel, 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 cancel. Okay, well, what's being. Eh? Eh? Zola, 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 zola. I mean, in React way, right? So, why the fuck I'm even caring about? Huh? Huh? Const is. Huh? Time, time, time off. My life set time off. Time off. Use state. Can I use state or not? I can use state, right? And let's give empty and set night. 90 90 90 90 90 90 90 90 90 90 90 90 90 90 90 90 90 90 90 90 90. Not defined. What? What? Can I import here? Yes, state import. work. 1990. 1990. Let us hear the music. Buckethead.
Super easy. Okay. Okay, bro. Okay. Okay. Story tree. It's fucked. Fucked up, basically. Right? The story tree is fucked up. People don't create it, but it's super fucked up. Okay. What is this? What is this fucked up thing about it? Like, you know, this is not good. I mean, this is so bad. Oh my god. CFA companies asking you to add stories to your online blog app. You can say no. You have written story to comment in that list of stories followed by create story. That's all. No. You implemented it. Missing one or more fake story at the end of the story. Pop but person more than one. Okay, sensei. Okay, sensei. Stories that push ID create story. Got it, sensei. Story tray. What shall I do? Huh? Where is this clock coming from? Man, what the shit? Shit. Storage? Are there any storage? Huh? Let's reset it, okay? Cancel. Cancel. Fucked up. This is such a fucked up thing, right? Man. Story.id. Story.level. What should I do? We don't get it, man. Wayne. 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 Actually, I didn't understand the question here. What should I do if that is the case? Got it. Yeah, stories. I can't push like this. That's the issue, right? It's immutable. That's why. This, that, this.
Restructuring. Uh, to object array in React. I can't push it. Just keep on pushing it. Set item. I mean, I can do that maybe. Yeah, yeah. This is the one. Yes, this is the one and only almighty. Both of them works. I can vouch for this also. Okay, let's just move forward now, right? So we have done few of the things, and we are also listening to music. Buckethead is the rescuer. Okay, so we have done this exercise. Your UI as a tree. I got that. Do we have exercise here or not? Oh, we don't have. It's so boring. Okay, let's just understand what's the meaning of UI as a tree. What does it mean, right? So, it's been 1 hour and 15 minutes. Let's go. Bodies, let's go. Your React app is taking shape with many components being nested within each other. How does React keep track of your app's component structure? React and many other UI libraries model UI as a tree. Thinking of your app as a tree is useful for understanding the relationship between component. This understanding will help you debug future concepts like performance and state management. Your UI as a tree, React DOM components. Mobile platform also uses trees to represent the UI hierarchy. Render tree is there. Render tree, fancy tree.js. Inspire me again, inspire me again, inspire me. Copyright.js. Default codes, inspiration generator. Got it. Fancy text. That's what it is. Fancy text copyright inspiration generator. What's going on in here? Okay. This is a parent function. So children is being wrapped here. Got it. App.js. Fancy title. Where is parent component made will be a child of another component. Okay. From the example, we can construct the above render tree. The tree is composed of nodes. This represent the component. Node tree root node is a React render tree in the root component of the app. Component is app renders. The first component React renders. Render tree represents a single render pass of React application. With conditional rendering, a parent component may render different children depending on the data passed. The model dependency tree and the relationship in a React app that can be modeled with the tree as an app's model dependencies. As we break up our component, logic in a separate file, we create JS modules where this may export component functions or constants. If we take previous inspiration app, we can build a model dependency tree for short. Got it. That's a dependency tree for the inspirations app. Okay, got it. Let's just check, how the video is performing. Our live video is performing bad. It's we are doing good. Let's like it. Thank you guys for watching. Okay, dependency trees are useful to determine what modules are necessary to run React app, add two response for this called a bundler. Building a React app for production is a typically build step that will bottleneck this JavaScript is ship to the client. Need to response is called a bundler. Developer Mozilla bundler. Getting a sense of dependency we have different issues. Conditional rendering, the render tree may change across different vendors. Got it. Describing the UI part has been covered somehow. Now we will be adding interactivity, responding to events, maybe side effects or something like that. But let's see. Hey. In somewhere around this preparation, we might be reading MD and web docs also, right? So, and side tooling overview, or modern web tooling, modern tooling. Web has become sophisticated through the ages, and okay, so we are getting into Webpack now. There is a web of tools that allows continuous to speed up the process of building a website or app. There are development process to solve a specific problem that existing tool doesn't already seem to handle. Tools that can be included in a single project require a single configuration file for a tool like Webpack. Most of these are management integration that seems to be the job but which only a master engineer will fully understand. Sometimes even the most experienced of web developers get stuck on tooling problem. It's possible to waste hours attempting to get the tooling pipeline before even touching a single line of application code. The modern tooling of the system, front-end developer, series of articles we have beyond that, focusing on developer tools that have the product web code with more efficiently. And from a high-level perspective, can put client-side tools into only four broad categories: environment, installing and running other tools, safety net, this would be the code development, transformation, tools that transform code in some way, turning an intermediate language into JavaScript that a browser can understand, post development, testing and deployment tools, environment. Yeah, safety net, prepare configuration able to install. Okay, linters are tools that check clear code. Yes, lint is industry standard JavaScript linter. Encourage best practices. Clear code. Version control, backing work and working into team. Remote repository stored on a server somewhere. Something made on the master copy of the code. When so remote developers end up writing each other's work all the time. Code formatters are also there. PTR is one of the code formatters. Type checkers are also there. TypeScript is there. Transformation can be done by Babel. Coding is JavaScript. For CSS is also there, kind of Babel. But for coding is CSS feature. Is there any way to do something using more feature for CSS install JavaScript for different immediate the CSS if you want. Optimization, 3 second minifying, post development, testing tool, Mocha, Jasmine, and development tool, GitHub pages, Marshall, all these things are there, right? So, how to choose and get which particular tools? Okay, so let's not focus more on this space. So, responding to events, that's what we're under your in React documentation site, and we have a lot of things to cover, even blogs and all the community guidelines and all these things to cover in our later on section. But for now, uh, I think music is somewhat okay. It's working fine. So let's just continue. Responding to events. Yeah, let's add event handler to your JSX. Event handlers are your own function that will be triggered in response to interactions like clicking, hovering, focusing from input, and so on. Adding event handler. To add an event handler, you will first define a function and then pass it as a prop to the appropriate JSX tag. For example, if a button that doesn't do anything yet, but with event handler, it will do something, and it will call an alert for me. Okay, that's called declare a function on click. Handle click function and pass as prop to button, and then followed by the event name, handle click, handle mouse enter, and after that, or more concisely using arrow function. These styles are equivalent inline event handlers are convenient for short functions, passing a function, calling a function. The difference is subtle. In first example, handle click function is faster and non-trivial. It and only call a function when the user clicks the button. In the second example, pass the function immediately during rendering without any click. This is because JavaScript inside the execute right away. When you write code in line, the same pitfall presents itself in a different way. Function passed during render must be passed, not called. Okay, we just need to pass a function, but okay, that's a really beautiful line, and we can include this in our Discord too. Where is this? God, shit. I don't know where it's gonna load, but let's just bring it somewhere around here. Okay, good. It's being loaded here. Our Discord is somewhere around here. So yeah, we have saved it here. Function passed to even must be passed, not called. And this is the example. Let's just copy this also, right? I mean, I can keep this here, okay? So it will be easier for us to not get bothered with our Discord window. If you want to define it in a repeating function like this, all these things are already understood by a certain React developer, right? So reading props in event handler. Event handler, there should be a props. It can read a prop. I think yeah. Because event handlers are declared inside of a component, they have access to components props. The button that when clicked was an order into message prop. Okay, got it. Play a movie, playing, upload image, uploading. These last two buttons are different messages. Try changing the message passed to them. Okay, I mean, yeah, alert button will have its own props and children will be there. Got it, baby, got it. So, passing even handlers as props. Even we can pass even handlers as props. Can anything can be done. I think same text will be shown by these both of them or not. I don't know. Handle play click, and this is saying all out. Okay, got it. Maybe even handler prop. Building company like Manisha browser even name the company when you're building your own company. Can name the even handler prop. Any way that you like. Anything can be done in React, and even propagation. Even handler will also catch events from any children your component might have. We say that an event bubbles or propagates up the tree. It starts with where the event happened and then goes up the tree. This div contains two buttons. Both the div and each button have their own on-click handlers. Which handlers do you think will fire when you click a button? On click, on click, on click. What the fuck? So play movie on click. Alert playing should be there, right? Yeah, and alert uploading should be there. You click on the toolbar, okay? Like, oh, okay. On click. Overall is the toolbar. Both will be shown. Got it. Event propagation. First the button and then the toolbar is on either button. Almost followed the parent did something. Okay. Stopping propagation. E dot stop propagation. What? So there is a function. E dot stop propagation. I didn't know that, right? E stands for event. It has E for prevent defaults. E dot stop propagation is also there. So okay, got it. Got it, baby, got it. This is also a new term for me, so let me just copy it and paste it in our Discord channel so that we can get access to it later on. Got it, baby, got it. So that's the recap. Capture phase event, deep dive, so detail. Oh, I need to catch all events on time. Even if they stop propagating, okay. Passing handlers has alternative to propagation. Alternative to propagation. On click, preventing default behavior. Yeah, what's that? What's the default behavior actually? I really wanted to know about that like since a long time, and I really wanted to know like what's the default behavior that we are preventing here. So let's just read into it, okay? Some browser events have default behavior associated with them. For example, a form submit event, which happens when a button inside of it is clicked, will reload the whole page by default. For example, if I perform send, the whole page will be reloaded. That's the default browser behavior, which happens when browser inside of it is clicked, button inside it is clicked. All page by default. For example, send. Okay. Oh, really? Wow. Really? On submitting, all are submitting. You can call on the event object to stop this from happening. Either prevent. Okay, that's really useful. Non-configs either stop propagation and this means both useful but are unrelated. Let's tag from prevents the default behavior. Even the prevent default method propagate as usual. Even listener call stop propagation or even either we start and propagate at once. Syntax using an edit field. Notes specification. Let's not go dive into this one, but responding to event, we are just there and we are learning about either prevent defaults. Can even handlers have side effect? Absolutely, even handlers are the best place for side effect. Unlike rendering functions, even handler don't need to be pure, so it's a great place to change something. Got it. State components memory recap. Right. There is always challenge, man. Which is really beautiful, in my opinion. Let's solve this challenge and maybe we can take a small break for now. Just 2 minute break. Someone called me, man. Give me a second, okay, guys. I think someone came in our house, so I might leave this stream for now. But I mean, let's continue. We can talk with them later on, and let's just try. Yeah, it's not. Let's just try to finish the challenge real quick, and we can go. Like, someone called me right now. I think my brother came and he's trying to meet me. But yeah, we can go later on, right? So clicking the button is supposed to switch the. Okay, no distraction at all. Let's just continue here for a while, and then we will go. Okay, so fix an event handler. What's an event handler? Yeah, that's an event handler. Wire up the events. Okay, we will fix the event handler. Toggle the lights. Clicking the button is supposed to switch the page background between white and black. Okay. Nothing happens when you click it. Fix problem. Don't worry about the logic inside. Handle leak. Azur! Azur! Oh! Azur! Azur! Maya, ita! This is the number one rule that we pasted in our Discord, right? So that was function passed to and must be passed, not called. And that really seemed to work. Okay. I think solution also works that way. Yeah, obviously. So next time. Wire up the events. Change color. Click on the page 0. Change color. Oh shit. Color is component of bottom. It is supposed to change the page color. What? Let's just pause for now. We will continue this challenge after, yeah, after a while.